my colleagues from the government, dear friends from media, I welcome you all at this historic occasion to announce a new industrial development scheme 2021 for New Jammu and Kashmir, that is Naya Jammu Kashmir. But before I take you into the details, let me tell you, there has been many firsts for Jammu and Kashmir under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi. I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Home Minister Sri Amit Shah, who personally monitors every steps of the development in Jammu and Kashmir to ensure that benefits of a scheme reaches every nook and corner. He personally supervised the drafting of this new industrial policy 2021 for equitable socio-economic development of Jammu and Kashmir. Before I go in the details, I would like to place before you the key highlights of the policy. For the first time, any industrial incentive scheme is taking industrial development to the block level and will promote far-flung areas of Jammu and Kashmir. The scheme is from the period of date of notification up to the year 2037 with a total outlay of rupees 28,400 crores. Will encourage new investment, substantial expansion, and also nurture the existing industries in Jammu and Kashmir. Employment to more than 4.5 lakh, equitable, balanced and sustainable socio-economic development of the region. Manufacturing as well as service sector units in Jammu and Kashmir to benefit. The scheme visualizes larger role of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir in Indian economy and development with substantial investment, and I guess it will be more than 20,000 crores. The scheme will optimize utilization of local strength of Jammu and Kashmir. Friends, you all have witnessed that despite global pandemic, the Union Territory has made a remarkable progress in every sector of the economy, along with focus on good governance. The growth of Jammu and Kashmir has been holistic and progressive in infrastructure, that is road, power, water, housing, and investor-friendly policy making and its implementation. I can proudly say that in the last 16 months, Jammu Kashmir Union Territory, the crown jewel of India, has been transformed into the land of opportunity with forward-looking policy to guarantee prosperity and economic success. Last year, when we announced an economic package of rupees 1,350 crore to provide much-needed stimulus to the people and businesses of Jammu and Kashmir, it had the foundation of a healthy investment climate in this Union Territory. And with our transparent policies, investments in developing infrastructure, market-oriented policy environment, and the skilled human capital, we aspire to become growth pillar of India in the current decade. I must admit, the challenges we faced because of 70 years of baggage that only saw inadequate focus on industrial sector. Just imagine for almost 70 years, there was hardly any positive and enthusiastic investment atmosphere in the Union Territory. Honorable Prime Minister redefined business environment in Jammu and Kashmir through his intervention, and the process of transformation is happening on an ever-growing scale and continuing at unabated speed. Friends, I had told you in our last meeting about the historic industrial policy and during our conversation, I candidly admitted several problem areas that were created over the years. I am reminded of few lines that former Finance Minister, late Arun Jaitley, said in his budget speech of 2015. कुछ तो फूल खिलाए हमने और कुछ फूल खिलाने हैं, मुश्किल ये है बाग में अब तक कांटे कई पुराने हैं. I believe when we are taking a union territory in the right direction, it will go on flowering. So, despite some old thorns, we are sowing the seeds of growth, prosperity, and employment so that each and every sector may resurrect and bloom. As you know, in 2002, during Atal Bihari Vajpayee's regime, the first industrial policy was implemented in Jammu and Kashmir for a period of 10 years. Another policy came in 2012, which was known as J&K Package 2 and remained in force up to 14th June 2017. On 15th June 2017, Industrial Development Scheme 2017 was envisaged by Honorable Prime Minister to boost up the industrialization and provided incentives to the industry. There were three basic components: Central Capital Investment Incentive for access to credit, Central Comprehensive Insurance Incentive, and third was Central Interest Incentive. On 1st January 2019, four more components were added: GST reimbursement, income tax reimbursement, transport incentive, and the fourth was employment incentive. Although certain measures were introduced to enhance access to credit, various industry associations made representations about the complexities of the scheme. They cited two primary reasons: increased compliance burden and low value of incentives available, that too for a short period of time of 5 years. Due to these reasons, coupled with other factors, the desired levels of investments did not flow into Jammu and Kashmir. Total amount that was disbursed by the central government on earlier industrial policy till 2019 was merely 1123.84 crores, that is 1123.84 crores, while the new policy has an outlay of historic amount of rupees 28,400 crores. After consideration the problems in all the relevant sectors, a simplified scheme with 4 types of incentives for longer duration is being proposed in the new Industrial Development Scheme 2021 for the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. These 4 incentives are: Capital Investment Incentive, Capital Interest Subvention, Goods and Service Tax Limit Linked Incentive, Working Capital Interest Subvention. Friends, total outlay proposed under the new scheme, as I told, is Rs 28,400 crore to support both manufacturing as well as service sector. Units covering a period of next 15 years, the scheme aims to transform Jammu and Kashmir as an aspirational territory by unlocking its potential through convergence and collaboration of industry, wherein the government will be facilitator, partner, and collaborator, and promoter also. For the purpose of equitable and balanced development, the policy lays a special focus on creation of zones wherein the industrially backward areas will be given topmost priorities and higher incentives. Friends, this is for the first time that any industrial incentive scheme of the Government of India attempts for a balanced industrial growth in the entire Union Territory. This is unique, incomparable, and I would say a very bold move. It targets to generate, as I told, an investment more than 20,000 crores, and an employment of 4.5 lakh in due course of time. The proposed scheme has some special features that make this scheme unique and historic for Jammu and Kashmir. Let me tell you in brief about features of these 4 incentives. First is the capital investment incentive at the rate of 30% in Zone A and 50% in Zone B. Zone B means backward areas. On investment made in plant and machinery, in manufacturing or construction of building and other durable physical assets in service sector will be made available. Units with an investment up to Rs 50 crore will be eligible to avail this incentive. Maximum limit of incentive is Rs 5 crore and Rs 7.5 crore in Zone A and Zone B respectively. Second is capital interest subvention at the annual rate of 6% for maximum 7 years on loan amount up to rupees 500 crores for investment in plant and machinery, in manufacturing or construction of building and all other durable physical assets in service sector also. Third is GST limited incentive. Financial incentive based on gross GST. This will incentive output up to 30% of the eligible value of actual investment made in plant and machinery, in manufacturing or construction in building and all other durable physical assets in service sector for 10 years. However, amount of incentive in a financial year will not exceed 1/10 of the total eligible amount of incentive. Fourth is working capital interest incentive. All existing units at the annual rate of 5% for maximum 5 years. Maximum limit of incentive is Rs 1 crore. Friends, the new Industrial Development Scheme 2021 covers new investment as well as substantial expansion of existing units. Besides, while encouraging new investment, the scheme also nurtures the existing industries in Jammu and Kashmir by interest subvention on working capital. The scheme has been simplified on the lines of ease of doing business by bringing one major incentive, GST-linked incentive, that will ensure less compliance burden. The quantum of assistance is much higher in the proposed scheme as compared to the earlier scheme, as the GST-linked incentive alone provides for a maximum of 3 times of investment made in plant and machinery. In addition to this, capital incentive and capital interest subvention is also provided. Under the capital interest subvention, interest amount for a sum of maximum 500 crore for investment in plant and machinery is provided. This will help in attracting large investments in the UT of Jammu and Kashmir, and this was shortcoming of the earlier schemes. Friends, in brief, I must reiterate that the first time any industrial incentive scheme of such a large scale is taking the industrial development to the block level of this UT. This will give economic impetus to underdeveloped areas also. As I have said earlier, the scheme aims at development of manufacturing as well as service sector units in Jammu and Kashmir, and while encouraging new investment, also nurtures the existing industries in Jammu and Kashmir by providing them working capital support at the rate of 5% for 5 years. I must tell you, the new scheme has been made attractive for both MSME by capital incentive as well as larger units by a liberal capital interest subvention component. It is also important to note that under the present scheme, entire registration and processing of the claims is delegated to the Jammu and Kashmir government, which was earlier, it was vested in central government. Hence, the new scheme emphasizes greater role of the Jammu and Kashmir in registration and implementation of the scheme while having proper checks and balances through an independent audit agency before the claims are approved. Friends, there are major impacts of New Industrial Development Scheme 2021, and in brief, I would like to tell you. The main purpose of the scheme is to generate employment, which directly leads to balanced socio-economic development of the region. Employment generation is the underlying theme of this scheme, which in turn will give a boost to holistic and balanced development of Jammu and Kashmir. The core objective and vision of the scheme is to lay special emphasis on sustainable development by creating a favorable ecosystem for new investment, as also fostering the existing partners of growth. The scheme will attract unprecedented investment and create direct and indirect employment. This will not only maximize the growth opportunities by optimum utilization of available resources, but also shall create backward and forward linkages. This will help in harnessing the talents, skills, and resources of people and area, thereby ushering an era of prosperity at the grassroots level. The scheme visualizes larger role of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir in national development. The scheme intends to bring about radical transformation in the existing industrial ecosystem of Jammu and Kashmir with emphasis on job creation, skill development, and sustainable development by attracting new investment and nurturing the existing ones, thereby enabling Jammu and Kashmir to compete nationally with other leading industrially developed states or UTs. The key sectors which can attract investment because of the new policy are food processing, handloom, silk and wool processing, wood processing, handicrafts, pharmaceuticals, healthcare, wellness, tourism and hospitality, media, ITs and entertainment, environmental services, logistics, animal husbandry in case of service sector. The new scheme ensures less compliance burden without compromising on transparency. Friends, we have taken supportive steps for creating industrial ecosystem in both Jammu and Kashmir division. Focus areas have been prioritized for investment and government of Jammu and Kashmir has finalized 13 sector-specific policies for wooing the investors based on local potential. For the purpose of investment, a substantial land bank in both Kashmir and Jammu region of more than 3,000 acres have already been created by the government of J&K, which shall meet out the demand for the land allotment to the new industrial entrepreneurs. For utilization of land bank in a judicious manner, a new industrial land allotment policy is also in the making, which aims at equitable and balanced industrial development in all areas of J&K. Post reorganization of J&K, the restrictions on the use of private land to the industrial promoters has been done away, with which will help in industrial development on private land also. The government of J&K has also modified 138 laws and repealed 164 laws with an objective to create an industry-friendly ecosystem. मोटे तौर पर इस इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी के की हाइलाइट्स और विस्तार में जाकर के मैंने आपसे चर्चा की है। आपके प्रश्न बाद में लिए जाएंगे, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि पिछले कुछ दिनों में अगर आप देखेंगे तो हर सेक्टर को ध्यान में रखते हुए एक क्वांटम जंप जम्मू कश्मीर की यूटी कर रही है। आपको ध्यान होगा 26 दिसंबर को सम्माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने आयुष्मान भारत सेहत की योजना का शुभारंभ जम्मू कश्मीर के नागरिकों के लिए किया। हर परिवार को प्रतिवर्ष 5 लाख रुपए की आर्थिक सहायता इलाज के लिए मिले, इसका प्रबंध जम्मू एंड कश्मीर ने किया है। आपने देखा 3 जनवरी को भारत सरकार के ऊर्जा मंत्री श्री आर.के. सिंह जी यहाँ थे। मोटे तौर पर 3450 मेगावाट हाइड्रो पावर बनाने का काम हम आने वाले 4 वर्षों में पूरा करने जा रहे हैं। लेकिन मुझे इस सच्चाई को स्वीकार करना पड़ेगा आपके बीच कि कई गैप्स हैं हमारे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में, खासतौर से पावर सेक्टर के। मैं खुद महसूस कर रहा हूं, आप सब भी देख रहे हैं जम्मू में। इसके लिए भी एक स्ट्रेटजी हम लोग बना रहे हैं। लॉन्ग टर्म मेजर्स क्या हो सकते हैं और शॉर्ट टर्म मेजर्स क्या हो सकते हैं। मैं किसी की आलोचना में नहीं जाना चाहता हूं, लेकिन इस काम पर हम जुटे हैं और आपको भरोसा देना चाहते हैं कि जल्दी ही इस दिशा में प्रभावी कदम उठा करके इस काम को समय सीमा के भीतर भी हम पूरा करेंगे। अगर सड़क की मैं बात करता हूं तो मैं गर्व से आज कह सकता हूं कि देश के सभी राज्यों की तुलना में इस वर्ष जम्मू कश्मीर पहला स्थान प्राप्त किया है प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना में। पिछले वर्षों में जो अलॉटमेंट रहा है, जो फंड एलोकेशन रहा है, 3 गुना से ज्यादा वृद्धि सड़क के मामले में हुई है। और आज मैं इस सभागार में कहना चाहता हूं कि इस वित्तीय वर्ष में 250 आबादी के जो भी गांव हैं वो प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना में उन सबको जोड़ने की स्वीकृति भारत सरकार से प्राप्त हो जाएगी। और आने वाले 2.5-3 वर्षों में एक भी गांव यहां का नहीं होगा जो सड़क से नहीं जुड़ जाएगा। एक और योजना लेकर के हम लोग चल रहे हैं, गड्ढा मुक्त सड़क, पॉट होल फ्री रोड्स। जम्मू और श्रीनगर जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर्स हैं, डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर से ब्लॉक हेडक्वार्टर्स हैं या सब डिविजनल हेडक्वार्टर्स हैं, या कुछ महत्वपूर्ण स्थान हैं, टूरिस्ट प्लेस हैं या कई धार्मिक स्थान हैं, जहां तक की सड़कों को गड्ढा मुक्त कर दिया जाए, पूरी तरह से ठीक कर दिया जाए। और ये काम भी हम, जम्मू का काम मुझे लगता है कि फरवरी एंड तक हम शुरू कर लेंगे। कश्मीर डिवीजन में मुझे लगता है कि मई में काम शुरू करेंगे और 2 महीने में उस काम को भी खत्म कर देंगे। इसके अलावा जो हमारी मेजर रोड्स हैं जिनकी हालत ठीक नहीं है, उसके लिए भी भारत सरकार 2500 किलोमीटर सड़कों के विशेष मरम्मत के लिए जम्मू कश्मीर को धन देने जा रही है। तो मैं गर्व से बात कर सकता हूं, मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि सड़क विभाग ने जिस तरह से पिछले 4-5 महीने में काम को गति दी है और जो प्लान बनाया है, मैं पूरी तरह आश्वस्त हूं कि हर गांव को सड़क से जोड़ने का सपना हम पूरा कर सकेंगे। पीछे मैंने आपको बताया था कि जम्मू और श्रीनगर की मेट्रो भी 2023 में हकीकत बनेगी और सभागार में बैठे हुए लोग 2023 दिसंबर में मेट्रो में सफर करके जम्मू की यात्रा कर सकेंगे। इस काम को भी हम अंजाम दे रहे हैं। तीसरी बात मैं एग्रीकल्चर और हार्टिकल्चर की करना चाहता हूं। अभी तक मैं पिछले 2-3 सालों में काफी प्रयास हुआ है और मैं कह सकता हूं कि हाई डेंसिटी एप्पल 170 हेक्टेयर अभी तक लगा है। इस साल 200 हेक्टेयर लगाने का प्लान है। नेफेड के साथ हमने एक MOU साइन किया है जिसमें 5 साल में 5000 हेक्टेयर हाई डेंसिटी एप्पल लगाने का प्लान हमने बनाया है। और केवल ये कश्मीर में नहीं, जम्मू के भी विभिन्न जिलों में एप्पल की पैदावार हो, इसका प्रयास हम कर रहे हैं। सैफरन को जियो टैगिंग मिल गई है। बाकी जम्मू क्षेत्र के एक्सोटिक वेजिटेबल्स और फ्लावर्स और बाकी चीजों को भी जियो टैगिंग मिले, इसका प्रयत्न हम कर रहे हैं। कोल्ड स्टोरेज और कोल्ड चेन का भी एक बड़ा MOU हमने नेफेड के साथ साइन किया है और इस पॉलिसी के बाद मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि इस क्षेत्र में भी भारी इन्वेस्टमेंट आएगा। पानी की अगर मैं बात करूं तो जल जीवन मिशन जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने शुरू किया था, हर घर नल से पानी, उसको भी काफी गति दी गई है और मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि आने वाले 2 वर्षों में हर घर तक नल से पानी और पोर्टेबल वाटर, स्वच्छ पीने लायक पानी पहुंचाने में हम समर्थ होंगे। इस तरह से मोटे तौर पर मैं कह सकता हूं कि हर सेक्टर में स्किल डेवलपमेंट, यूथ एंगेजमेंट का भी बड़ा प्रोग्राम हम सब ने किया है। आज अवसर नहीं कि मैं लंबा इस पर भाषण करूं, लेकिन हर सेक्टर में हम लोग क्वांटम जंप लेने की स्थिति में हैं। और एक बात कहना चाहता हूं कि इन योजनाओं को जमीन पर उतारने की हर कोशिश हम सब मिलकर के करेंगे। सिंचाई के क्षेत्र में भी प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो 2 सिंचाई परियोजनाएं स्वीकृत की हैं, मुझे लगता है कि वर्षों से जो खेत हमारे सिंचाई से वंचित थे, उनको आने वाले 4 वर्षों में पानी पहुंचाने में हम समर्थ होंगे। मोटे तौर पर एक बार फिर से आप सबको हृदय से धन्यवाद देते हुए आप सब आए, उस दिन मैंने कहा था कि फिर मिलेंगे, और अंत में 2 पंक्तियां कहते हुए मैं अपनी बात खत्म करूंगा। जरा सा कतरा नहीं आज अगर उभरता है, समंदरों ही के लहजों में बात करता है। जमी की कैसी वकालत हो फिर नहीं चलती, जब आसमां से कोई फैसला उतरता है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। नमस्कार। जय हिंद।